Hello, everybody. This is Lucid, joined by Maryland.
Howdy, gamers.
So, Maryland, I don't know if you look at the bottom right of the screen, you'll see something that we haven't seen in a long, long time in our recording sessions.
We have caught up.
We have caught up.
This is the current turn. We are recording this on time. However, it's going to be potentially months before we can post it.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens.
Depending.
If this game ends, then they can all go up.
Right. It's
Because what was your last one? 73, right?
Yeah, I think as we're recording this, I feel like we're right around there.
73, I think, was the one you put up on Saturday.
Which I think is
this is one
farther than turn 73. I think it's, I don't know. I'd have to look because some of those have two turns in it. So I think 73 actually has episode 73 has like turn, I don't know, 78 or 9 in it or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, well, cross your fingers, folks who've been waiting for more episodes. By the time you see this, the game will be over.
Right.
Maybe.
Hopefully. God. If it goes to 140, dear God help us.
Oh, man.
But this is important for Maryland and I. This has been like a looming distant goal for us to catch up with the game. We've been talking about it for months. Yes. For months, and we finally have done it.
We finally caught up.
Woo! All right. So where were we last episode, Maryland? What happened?
Well, I think the big issue is there has to be a diplomatic action here very, very soon. Pangaea has this game.
Right.
Because Pan is right on the edge of his throne push.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there beside an Ashdod throne. He's got an Ulm throne sieged, another Ulm throne within his range. He's got to be super close to a final throne push.
Yeah, he needs 2 more thrones. One of them is this Ulm throne that is essentially his already.
That's right.
And then he has to pick one more. But even aside from thrones, last turn he got 5 forts. Right? He ate so much. Yeah. And there's no sign it's going to stop. And, the diplomatic thing you were talking about, it's basically Ashdod and Vanheim have to make common cause. And I tell you what, it's tricky to do that sometimes because people are invested in a war. There's the fog of war too. You might not see exactly how bad things are going with Pangaea and Ulm. You might not know how dire things are. That the other thing that we mentioned was it could just be that Vanheim didn't want to end their non-aggression pact with Pangaea, which has been very profitable for them so far. And they might have said, to Ashdod, we'll peace out with you and maybe siege you some land, but we don't want to declare war on Pangaea until we eat Ulm. And Ashdod might have said, if you're going to do that, then we're not going to peace out. We're going to keep eating you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's speculation, but
we don't know.
We don't know. So, but as you said, Diplo's super important because the game is going into its most super critical phase.
Yes.
And you want to roleplay Pangaea here?
Sure. All right, from Pangaea. If everything goes well, I'm going to lose a lot of mainnets this turn. On the other hand, that would also be true if everything goes poorly. They just died needlessly instead of actually accomplishing anything. This turn may look cowardly, but that's mostly due to vengeful water. I could try to bait Ashdod into spending a bunch of gems trying to counter an army on his fort, but I can't actually push an army onto his fort without an extraordinary commitment, since I'm essentially rolling against vengeful water on gem-carrying magi, which really isn't something that I want to do if I can avoid it, and I can't. We commented on that we can't see the vengeful water damage he's taking, but it has to be significant. The harder he pushes into Ashdod, the worse it gets.
Also, though, he can blood sacrifice as Pangaea, and that's a way to essentially, given some time, neutralize vengeful waters.
Well, does he want to spend that time?
Right.
Yeah. Does he want to spend that time? If I can clear the stuff in the Daba area, I can make a credible push for the Throne of Misfortune. While unlikely to succeed, this would at the very least draw Ashdod away from magic phasing extra defense onto the Ulmish thrones that I'm actually going to try to get to win. Right, okay, so there's his play. Right. Get those Ulmish thrones, harass Ashdod, kind of like I predicted that he doesn't need to push hard on Ashdod, he just needs to harass him.
Right.
Until he can take those Ulmish thrones.
So the Olmish thrones, one of them was this Throne of Fire, which you're saying is basically his.
It is his, and the other
The
one
other
is sitting
one is
on
this
the
one, I
edge of the
guess.
pond.
Ooh, that's going to
Yes.
be tricky because he's going to have Pelagia there. Or this one, which he's got an army adjacent to, but that will also be tricky because Vanheim's
So
here.
he's got a couple of options there.
Yeah,
Things look a little quiet on the Amish front this turn.
right. So, message from Vanheim. Well, that attack with my pretender sure did not go well. Yeah, if you remember that, he got trampled after doing a Master and Slave that didn't really do much. Master and Slave is one of those spells. It can be really, really powerful, and it can also be extremely underwhelming. And
Yes.
we saw it last turn be extremely underwhelming.
Well, and it does not go well with the Phoenix Pirate play.
Right, because it will knock your ass out.
Much. Yeah.
The problem was that I'd forgotten that you can't actually boost a secondary path requirement by using extra gems. So with only 4 death, my pretender could not cast Soul Drain and went totally off script. So he was easy to kill. So, okay, it was supposed to be Phoenix Pyre Soul Drain, which is very different.
Yes.
And I think it cast Master and Slave off script.
I think it did.
Interesting. But yeah, everybody
Here,
note, if a spell takes 2 paths, you actually need the literal amount it says for the second path. You can't do gem boosting.
That's correct. And Soul Drain is 5/5.
Right. I'm sending him again in the lake, though. This time he should be able to get Soul Drain off. I'm
So we
also
got it back already.
yeah.
That was quick.
I'm also attacking Ashdod's army with a large amount of Van Jarls, summoning a lot of air elementals. Hopefully that will work better than my previous attempt at taking it down. So this must be Ashdod's army that is ruining his position that he had near Mictlan.
Okay. Yes.
I can only use that many air gems because Uruk sent me a whole bunch of gems, wanting me to attack Pangaea. I don't think he is aware that Pangaea and I are currently working together.
Oh, geez.
I think, too, this is important to realize in the diplomatic kind of landscape. Like, Van is currently fighting Ulm and Ashdod, and he's gotten his ass kicked. He's probably not really looking to piss off his long-term good buddy, which is Pangaea. You know, like, that would feel bad. This has been an extremely profitable alliance for both of them. Though more so recently, Pangaea. But, yeah. I hope to give Oh, what's that?
Yeah. No, you read that. You haven't read that sentence yet. I read ahead.
Okay. I hope to give Ashdod big enough losses this turn to make him realize that he can't fight both me and Pangaea, so I can make peace with him. Only then can I make an effort to stop Pan from winning.
Okay.
Huh.
All right. So he's trying to peace by strength.
Yeah.
I'm getting an echo.
Oh, 1 second. I might have my... Oh. I did have my speaker on, sorry. Should be better now. So that will probably come up in the recording. Apologies, everyone. Only then can I make an effort to stop. Okay, so apparently Ashdod wasn't willing to come to terms, and he's hoping by beating up that big army, he'll have come to terms. The problem, of course, when you do that, is you will have abused the person you need their help, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's what you have to do to make a deal.
And if he punishes him too much, he weakens him.
Right.
Makes it easier for Pan to hurt him.
Right.
Yeah. It's a difficult move.
Okay, message from Ashdod. You want this one?
Okay. I was in real life traveling this turn, so a bit more rushed than usual. Continuing to just try to parry the Pan raids and tie up his troops for Ulm Pelagia on that front. With Van trying to take a couple forts and keep up pressure. I expect his god to try to play spoiler again this turn in the water fort. Well, he guessed right. Now as a white mage. Oh, it was twice born. We missed that. So the new form is very timely for the underwater fight. Using Army of Lead there, as I kind of expect more Master on Slave or Undead Mastery. With Pan, patrolling a bunch of forts. We traded Blood Hut patrol chaff last turn, set a little Wind of Death trap southwest of my capital. We've parried back and forth there, Expecting he may move his chaff off my fort east into that province to check my cap and blood hunt the next turn. Okay.
I think this first sentence indicates to me he's lost a little bit of touch with reality in terms of where the game is.
Could be.
Because continuing to parry Pan raids and tie up his troops for Ulm and Pelagia. Like, this is like back when people thought that Pangaea was going to tie up Pelagia. You know, like...
And Ulm and Pelagia really have nothing
that
they can do to bother Pan at all.
Right, yeah.
I mean, it's just slight road bumps. That's all they are to Pan right now.
Yeah.
Little road bumps.
So, okay. We have a message now from Pelagia, so it's been a while since we've got one of these. Recap of the weird battles last turn. Killed the magic phasing Van Jarl, but the loss of Magma Children meant that the normal phase attack of Van on the Van province failed. At least the mage retreated with looted armor. Of the 2 cube battles, one was fought fair and square by the elf. Unfortunately, pure air mages can't defensively buff cubes. The other, the Vampire Lord, fell under the obscure rule that swallowed creatures retain their leadership types.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah. Which allowed the Skellies to continue fighting for 3 rounds instead of freezing and dissolving. The Vampire Lord was probably close to being digested too when the cubes dissolved, but whatever. Alright, Van captured a fort, but it cost him 33 gems. And as you know, my opinion is this game, the game is running out of time for long-term investment returns. It would have been better to destroy him, but the army I recently scouted with my Black Servant included far more devils. Too many to fight if he had brought them. He didn't, which marks the second time he split an army in a way that I could have destroyed one, but missed the opportunity to read his mind.
Well, mind reading is not part of the game.
Yeah. But
good guessing is, but that's all it is.
But it's kind of interesting too, because it marks a change in Ashdod's behavior. Like the previous, he was so hesitant to storm that Zabalba cap so many turns ago. Right. But we saw him last turn, instead of storming with the whole army, just storm with the super combatant and move the army off to crack another fort.
Sure.
Right. And here,
get it, right?
Yeah, and he got it. And here, he split an army in front of Pelagia, and Pelagia wouldn't have been able to fight the full army, but he would have been able to fight the split army. And it paid off because Pelagia didn't assume he would be that greedy. And he was.
Right. Well, although it's Van he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. I've got the wrong player here. So, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Because Pelagia is not really fighting Ashdods.
That's right. I don't know what I was thinking. Thank you, Maryland. All right. That being said, Van getting these forts is rather irrelevant to me, as I consider most of, if not all of Jotunheim lost. It's time to pivot to another coast of the lake, starting to deal with defeating the Pangaean force and the north coast, and then ideally spearheading towards the throne close to the northeast coast.
That's the Almish throne.
Northeast. I don't think it is. I think it's Pangaean now, right?
From his
this
pond?
one. This one, right?
Oh, that one. Yes.
Because this is northeast.
Yes. You're right. You are very much right.
And then ideally, from there, threaten Mount Chaining. I'm not convinced the other nice thing about it, if he can take Mount Chaining, this is where probably all the immortals of Pan are tied to. Like probably. That would be huge if he gets that.
That would be quite huge.
I'm not convinced Pan will stay atop Ulm's fort, but nevertheless trying 2 gem bait phases to help Ulm defend. And the second technically being a super combatant attack. But I wouldn't, ... count on it succeeding. Ideally, Pan will have to divert forces to the area, which will help non-Pans out there. Perhaps Van will use his newfound income in the Jotunland to invest in a spine and stand up to Pan. Ooh. There's...
Hey, so Pelagia is not out.
Yeah, so first of all, clap for Pelagia doing what he can to help the game state, even though his own shot at winning seems very, very low now.
Right. And that is call him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pour out a drink for him.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
I mean, I'm sure he's still saving for some horrible cancer like an Astral Nexus point 2 or like 2.0, right? Like, and he'll probably wait for a global to go down and then put up Nexus again, and then it's going to be cancer. But I mean, he's still playing, even though he's like kind of out of the game. I commend him for that. So
Yes.
let's start. This is the throne or the province he said he was going to ping twice with different. So he's got a golem coming in. Oh,
Some ghouls.
that does solar brilliance at the start.
That's the item.
Right, and he's got Tempest. Oh, it's a Phoenix Pyre Golem. And he does Time Stop. He's got a Ring of Returning. He's at 90 fatigue. Oh, and now he's spamming Thunderstrike with the Tempest.
Okay. So he's just burning gems.
Yeah, and it was actually a little risky. Right. If he got hit by one of those Gifts of Heaven, it would have actually killed him, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to hit with Gifts of Heaven that far across, so the accuracy is so bad.
But, you know, I mean, this was, I think, was it empowered? It was an expensive golem if it wasn't empowered. It was...
Oh, it's empowered.
It's empowered. Yeah, this is super expensive. So...
Oh my gosh, is it ever empowered?
Yeah. Because it's got bonus... So they come as 2 Astral, and it's got 2 from this, so that puts it at 4. It's got 3 Astral empowerments.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
But it got away.
Yeah, it got away. Didn't do too much, but it gym baited and, you know.
So what is his follow-up? That's what I want to see.
So here's the follow-up.
Okay. A few magi.
Right, a tart.
Oh, and a tart. Oh, a enlarged. And...
Moss Body, Iron Skin, Summon Earth Power. I think this guy can tank... Mute.
He's trampling.
Oh, he's the one trampling. I was like, why is he moving around? He's trampling.
Yeah, no, he's trampling. He's trampling. He's got the Stymphalian wings.
Does he? He's got reinvigoration. Oh, Charm is going off.
Oh.
He's got pretty good MR, 25.
He does.
That's not going... If Charm is going off like every turn, it's not going to be enough. The chance of Charm working here against 25, I think, is probably like 1%.
It's really going to be tiny because you don't normally... Depending on how much penetration gear, but your best is +4, so...
Yeah, it doesn't have any pin gear.
So that's a 16 versus a 25. I can look it up, but it's pretty small.
But he's not messing around. He's casting Charm every time. Oh, he's got another one in advance. Is this guy... Oh, of course he is. Oh, he's Astral 5, so he's going to get a pin bonus. He's casting Shrink. I don't know why this one with the pin bonus is casting Shrink.
Something paralyzed it.
He's paralyzed. That means 35 turns. That means the battle's now going to time out. We've got Enslaved Mind going off also. And they're both doing Charm now. So now take that 1%, turn it into 2.
Oh.
All right, this is going to time out, I think. Or it's going to come close until they charm him.
Yeah, they got him. Have a... Oh, there they go. They got him.
They got him, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Ooh.
Wow, that was costly.
Well, I think they got him as a commander. They did. So it was Charm, because they also had Enslave going. But
oh my! Look at how many afflictions he has.
Yeah, he got a little damaged.
Oh,
but they got all the gear, and now it's Pan with a tart.
How much did it? Didn't kill anything.
No.
It didn't kill a single thing.
Trample it. I think they were... Let's take a look again. Yeah, they had luck, and they were Mist Form, and Trample is never going to pop Mist Form, and they're regenerating. Yeah, of course, it's never going to kill anything.
Okay. No, that didn't work.
And then Pangaea attacks them, so I think that's trying to storm the fort.
And see what's in it. Cheaply. With a troll. Okay.
And
so, dirt cheap.
Nothing in here that's going to survive long.
No.
I mean, let's take a look. Let's see what Ulm did.
It's just an adventurer and a troll.
Yeah, basically, oh, he's got hammers on them too. It's disrespectful. Yeah.
Well,
It looks like he
and
was
we'll
going to do
take
some
that.
elemental spam, but yeah, that's... Wait, was this a smasher? No,
Unless Pelagia has another serious move.
it's got a couple
Pan's
black
going
void
to take
thugs.
this.
Yeah. And now there's another tart here, so I'm sure we're going to get a gloating message from Sai next turn where he appreciates and thanks Arco for the donation.
Yeah, and Sai has Gift of Health up, right? It's
Oh
Sai
yeah,
resident.
so I think that's because he put 1,000 gems in it.
Yeah, so he'll heal it slowly, but depending on whose candles and how many candles are there.
All right, so he's cracked this. Pangaea continuing to roll out. He's got a big force. This is probably going to be what he uses to come down here and take this fort. Once he has this fort, then it's just a matter of time till he gets this one. But going after this fort's going to be dangerous because he's going to have Pelagia who can attack him. And if this series hasn't taught anybody anything, or it has taught anybody anything, it should teach you don't disrespect Arco, right? Like, you don't want to move an army on top of this fort until you are pretty ready to take it, right? Like,
there sure isn't much of a home left.
Right.
There's
let's
definitely not much of a home left.
He's got this fort popped. This fort here is not popped. This fort is not popped. This one still isn't popped. How is he not popped it? He's got iron walls up, but still.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's 500 dudes on top.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's cast it twice now. I feel like this has been...
But I thought you could not cast iron walls again after you... I don't know. I'd have to check on
you're right.
There's
You can't.
some funniness about it.
You can't, but if it expires, right? So, like, if you calculate it outright, you can cast Iron Wall, so it's only up for 2 turns. And then if it expires, but it doesn't crack on the turn it expires, you can put it up again.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
there
it's
you
a
go.
kind of little weird thing, but it's really hard to do. In practice, you can't really do it. You have to be... Like, I would expect... If Arco didn't, I wouldn't be surprised. But for mere mortals like you and I, it's essentially you can't cast it twice.
Yeah. If you happen to notice right in the pond right beside where you are, it looks like Pelagia bumped that Pangaean army off. Oh, there was nothing much there.
There's nothing much
He gave
there.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just didn't bother. Okay.
Let's see what happened here.
Raid. Very little cheap
I'm guessing
raid.
this is Phoenix Pyre. Oh my goodness.
Oh. That's a heavily geared Hierophant.
Body Ethereal, Iron Skin, Luck, Cheat Fate, Phoenix Pyre.
Well, what gets him?
Uh-oh. This guy's got a Serpent Chris. I think we know where this guy's headed.
Poof. Boom.
Got him. But now how to kill this guy. This is like the bane of Ulm. So Ulm has cast Ravenous Swarm, which is actually hilarious because, this is really good against vampires.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see it burning around. It's eating his own army.
Mm-hmm.
He's spamming Holy Word. I think the only thing damaging this right now is these crossbows.
Oh, yeah. They got it. So
Is that what killed it?
you get shot? Probably. Ranged attack crossbow.
Guardian
Black
hit him.
Harbor.
Oh.
Guardian hit it. Okay.
Yeah, Guardians are pretty good against this.
Yeah. All right.
Guardian hit. Yeah, okay, so it looks like it's the Guardians primarily. Yeah, Guardian hit for
and
5.
And a lot of chip damage and eventually got it.
Can we see, was it fatigued out? Oh, yeah, they had him at 185 fatigue.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with Guardians. So, actually, pretty good trade here, because this guy had a full kit of gear, and Ulm got it. So that was good.
And Golem
That's
lost very little.
yeah, I lost some corpse constructs and one soulless dude. I mean, that's definitely a silver lining to an otherwise to a war with otherwise very few silver linings. I don't know if he can hold this though. He's got some troops here. I guess he could try.
Yeah, touch and go. But Vanheim's pushing on him hard too.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good transition to looking at. Well, what is this? Okay. Yeah, let's look at what's happening here with Vanheim. Vanheim attacked Ulm in 1. What the fuck is this?
Wind of Wailing Winds.
Ew.
Vortex are returning.
Peace.
Yeah, he just ran away.
He said peace.
Golem just ran away.
This was his army he had running just randomly around, and I guess he decided it's time to pull it home.
Yeah, before it gets wiped.
Yeah, so that was a good call, probably.
Now. Yeah.
However, not looking very good for Ulm on the Vanheim front, whereas every single fort is under siege.
Yes, it is not. And
the
biggest army in that area was the one that just vortexed back home.
Okay, this is a classic.
There's a ravenous swarm doing the job.
No, the gnome cast it. Watch
the gnome cast it.
Let me show you. Let me zoom in because this is like.
No, I see it now.
Somebody should clip it and make a GIF of it.
Yeah.
Watch this. Oh, here we go.
Oh, that did not work. That did not work.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Oh, that's a classic. That is a classic. Kill one here. I assume with this gnome, it's probably doing Ravenous Swarm.
Yeah, probably. Definitely a good way to deal with these random vampire attacks. Yeah, there you go.
The nature gems add up, but it's worth it. Okay. Ulm kills a Van Jarl here.
With Earth Elementals, maybe? Or just Guardians?
I think it's the Oh, there's an Earth Elemental, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Trample it and then smack it.
Yeah. Is he fatigued out? Yep.
That's game.
Ulm strong. Kind of.
Oh.
All right. How much is... Okay, 750... I don't know if Vanheim has enough sieging power to make quick work of any of this.
He's spread out a little on the thin side. If he had more eagles, it would be a done deal. Yeah. But he's lost a lot of eagles over the period of this game.
Well, I think what we need to look at now is Vanheim had said there's going to be a battle against Ashdod where he's going to magic phase in or use a bunch of Van Jarls. Wait, was this it? Okay, so this is a guy... What is this?
That's Pangaea. That's a Pangaean dude.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this is Van and Pan working together. And I think Vanheim basically paid Pangaea to gym bait.
That's what it looks like.
And it's successful. He has gym baited Ashdod. And if you recall, Ashdod had said to us that they were a little concerned about moving this army around because they were having trouble ferrying out a lot of the gems they were going to need.
Getting enough gems to it, yeah.
And like this guy cast Will of Fates, but he's not going to be able to cast it again.
No.
This guy who cast Army of Gold, he should be able to, I think, because this is, he will.
4, yeah.
Let me make sure this Will of Fates guy can't. Yeah, he definitely can't.
No.
Living Fire. Yeah, Living Fire getting cast. Oh my god, that is a scary-ass golem. Huh. And who did Fog Warriors?
Fairy Queen? Or the
probably.
Chea? It looks like 2 Cheats there. No. Oh, there's 2 Fairy Queens. They're out of gems. Yeah, out of gems. One of them is.
This one did. And so this was a successful gem bait. He doesn't have the gems to do it twice.
No. So then what?
Then special monsters attacking. This is probably not going to gem bait. Yeah, it's not successful.
No. And then, oh, looky.
Oh boy.
Looky.
So now Vanheim is going to fight a gem baited Ashdod, and the significance of this is he won't have fog warriors, and versus air elementals, fog warriors matters a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Will of Fates also would matter. All right.
Yeah, but a storm went up.
Yep, and a lot of storm power. A lot. Oh, look at those flame eruptions. But it's hitting these guys, who I believe have no fire resistance, as it turns out. Okay. Fog Warriors is out from Vanheim.
Air elementals are coming all over the place.
These guys do have Army of Gold, because he had that on a temp gem item, so he didn't have to worry about gem baits.
So we did get the Army of Gold.
But we don't have Will of Fates. We don't have Fog Warriors. And we have Wrathful Skies out.
Yeah, so how well do the Anakites hold up?
Well, they're going to get trampled. And they're distracted. That is a lot of air elementals. I mean...
There is.
That's about 15.
Oh,
ooh, the Shed are landing in the back.
How good are they in melee? Pretty good?
They're pretty good. They have this, which is a magic weapon, and then an additional 10 shock damage. But I don't think he doesn't have the strength buff, rush of strength on them. He does have weapons of sharpness, though.
Okay. Well, they're killing some magic guy there. But they're also getting a few killed. The Anakites are holding. Got a lot of skeletons coming. A lot of those air elementals have shrunk now.
Right. And you can just see a tremendous amount of soul vortex going on back here. He's using these add-on. If I can click on one. Can I click on one? Yeah, he's using them as communion. I mean, as a Sabbath or communion slaves, right? Right? And they've got lifelong protections, and they've got soul vortex on them, and a bunch of other buffs. I don't know if they have anything to like explicitly regen off of. Like, I don't think they have any bodyguards here that would be terribly useful, but
I think they might have all died already.
Yeah.
There's still quite a few Anakites in the front.
Yeah, the Anakites are holding up pretty well. There's a big... Oh, this is this Golem we saw that's got 2 frost brands and it's just deleting things.
But a Petrify got it.
Oh, did it get hit with... no, Disintegrate.
Disintegrate. Okay.
What is it rolling against? I saw Disintegrate get cast.
I did too, but...
I'm not sure. I can turn on team colored squares so we can see what's happening.
Oh, that helps. Well, I think this is going to be... I'm predicting this is still a win for... Oh, maybe not. We are really close.
The Shed are gone. We didn't see what happened to them, but the Shed are gone.
Yeah, and the front line is running away.
Where'd the Golem
some of the
go?
Magi are running away. There it is.
Oh, there it is. It's hauling ass back here. And this is an Ashdod Tart. Doesn't have magic pass. It's still feeble-minded, but...
Right.
Oh. The Golem's dead.
Oh.
He got wrecked. I think he got hit by lightning. I wasn't paying attention.
Or shattered?
Disintegrate.
Disintegrate caught him. That was that.
Yeah, Disintegrate will target mindless.
The Tart's holding up. There's still Anakites in the fight. There's still Cheots
the Tart's dead now. I think he must have gotten disintegrated too.
Probably.
There's a fair bit of long dead coming out, and we do have rigor mortis up, so everybody here is taking a nap, a big long nap. But it's but this is kind of interesting because we've got Skelly spam, but Skelly spam doesn't last that long with Wrathful Skies up.
Yeah, and the Chayot ran.
Well, all right, Wrathful Skies is down. However, the imps are running from Wailing Winds though, which is kind of funny.
But I'm wondering if those vortexing communion slaves can hold up.
Yeah, let's see.
Boy, this is close. This is really close.
I think Ashdod is routed though, so that also explains why these imps are literally running as soon as they spawn. Yeah, we can see right here, Ashdod's routed.
Yeah. Jeez, those Adons are hard to kill like that.
Yeah, they are. It's like the good old days of linebacker communions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Oh, gifts from heaven aren't helping. Whoever's casting that, that's...
Oh, yeah, turn this one into a Solus. Oh, it's this guy. It's this Ashdod dude just wrecking his own stuff.
Yeah.
We were joking that Illwinter must laugh every time they see Gifts of Heaven hit a friendly dude because it's... the AI doesn't take into account the forced inaccuracy of it. Oh, yeah, he just killed this guy, too. That's the only way they're dying is this guy killing Gifts of Heaven.
Oh, what a mess.
Yeah.
What a
if
mess.
The AI just took into account the friendly fire from Gifts of Heaven, it would be a lot better spell. Right now, it's a pretty bad spell.
When we get around to seeing the scores, this is going to be painful for both sides.
Yeah. This is like the Pangaea wet dream. Like, I think Pangaea watches this and he's like...
Go ahead, guys. Beat each other senseless.
Yeah.
Oh. No, it's going to be a win. It's going to be a win.
No, they ran out of time.
Three of the Adons. Oh, and the Fairy Queen lived.
Oh, nope, but Vanheim won.
Oh, everything ran.
Oh, wait.
What are the numbers? Oh, there's an imp left.
There's an imp left, fatigued out. I wonder if that's actually who won it. So it says who won. Vanheim attacked but was defeated. Yeah, because it was an Ashdod imp at the end.
No, Vanheim did not lose very many magi. A few.
He lost a lot of gems.
He did. He lost a good chunk of vans. And that's
painful.
Somewhat. Yeah, like that's kind of Pyrrhic. In that both took a pounding.
Yeah. I mean, both walked away with a lot of important mages still, like the Sheos still's alive, and the Tarts, some of them made it.
The Fairy Queen lived. Yeah.
And the Fairy Queen lived, and then Ariel lived, and like...
Oh, and he only lost 2 Adons.
There's only one winner in this fight, and that is Pangaea.
Yeah. Pangaea. I agree with you there. Completely. I completely agree with you there.
But it's kind of like we were talking about last episode, like for Ashdod to win, like so many things have to go right, you know?
Yes.
And like this is a major freaking road bump in that plan to
it's a significant setback for Ashdod.
Yeah.
It is, because that's a lot of sheds and a lot of Sayer.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, too, it's like there's not much military to even contest Pangaea over here. Like, let's say they team up right now. Like, look at this shit that Pangaea's got. Like, who's going to have much to say about that? Ooh, yeah. All right, let's see what else happened. So, another thing that we thought happened was they were going to storm this fort or something. Wait, hold up.
No, this is where we're going to see the twice-born Frostfather.
Okay. And he's coming in thug mode as a white mage and still has a boatload. How does he have so much?
Well, now his base is 21 and then Dominion bonus, so that makes more sense.
But Dominion can only double it, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
And somehow he's gaming this where he gets double the double. I don't know how he does it.
Now, does this work? And what spell does he cast?
So we've got
Soul Drain.
Okay, he got that right this time.
This time he got it right.
But he's underwater, so he can't do Phoenix Pyre. Cheat Fate misform. I think he's got Moss Body and stuff on him, too.
But look at him, 152 hit points now.
Yeah, just go kill him. Good luck, guys.
Oh, good grief. So Ashdod knew this was coming, and he planned for it.
Yeah, he was worried about it.
But,
and what did he say he did to plan for it?
well, he didn't. He just said he was going to put an army there. But, I mean, other than Soul Slay, what else can he do?
I think he didn't expect Soul Drain. I mean, the good thing about Soul Drain not working the previous turn, but he's got Soul Drain up. I don't think. Well, yeah, he could roll bad MR, but you can't. You can't get a pin bonus on the MR check or die for Petrify, so it's actually really hard to kill somebody with this high MR with it.
No.
Yeah, they're routed now too, and they're brutal. And he's got this.
Wow.
This goddamn Herald Lance. And how does it do so much damage? What the? Oh, you know what he's been doing? He's been wishing for strength.
Wishing for power.
Wishing for power, whatever.
Wishing for power. That's why his hit points are so insane. Everything's so insane. Well,
Yeah.
look at his other stats, like attack bonus and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally what it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's totally what it is. Because I don't think these add up, do they? 12,
No, they
14...
don't. No,
11.
The wishing for power.
Yeah, it doesn't add up. There's an extra 5. So, yeah, he totally wished for power. Well, that's freaking cool. That's freaking cool. What a freaking man.
Well, and look at his magic pass. That's crazy.
Yeah, you do not want to mess with this
Because he's
guy.
not wearing a single booster.
No. I think he cast Power of the Spheres at the beginning, but still.
Yeah, but
Hey,
that's
watch how
wishing
fast
for
this guy
magic
dies.
power.
Watch this. Boom!
Boom.
What a beast.
Good grief.
I mean, he's got 50 goddamn strength. When have you? I've never seen that. This is probably the highest strength I've seen.
Yeah.
And that's really high.
Crazy.
Wow.
Well,
this is a bad turn for Ashdod, let me tell you.
it was definitely.
To think he could have maybe had peace. Well, that's the other thing, too. Especially like when you're playing with good players. I don't know. Never underestimate good players. Like, if he's like, oh, I'm going to come in here and... He's kind of...
Those were a couple of galaxy brain moves there from Mr. Vanheim. The double gem burn with help from Pangaea.
Right.
And then a more than adequate army. And then this crazy thing with this white mage Frostfather monstrosity. I mean, what a monstrosity that thing is.
That thing is disgusting. But this is
I
like
remember
echoing to
things
me.
like that.
I hope to give
time I see
Ashdod
you-
big enough losses this turn to make him realize he can't fight both me and Pan, so I can make him peace with me. Only then can I make an effort to stop Pan from winning. Well, he has given him 2 big fucking black eyes, I tell you what.
He has. Yeah. Furrow.
Oh my god. But I interrupted you though. What were you gonna say?
The last time I saw something like that with so many magic paths and boosted like that because of using wish for magic power and wish for power was back in the days of clams.
Oh, right.
I haven't seen anything like this since clams. Now, I haven't played very many games that have gone to this level since Dominions 5, but I cannot remember seeing anything with that much empowerment and that much wishing for magic power or wishing for power. Those were things you used to see all the time with clams, but or you do sometimes see them in those really big games on really big maps where people have 100 province empires,
right,
and just insane amounts of gems to do for stuff like that. But that was pretty unique.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Was pretty unique.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Ben Jarl gets killed here. Ashdod moves a force on top of this. Now, you were saying you wouldn't have asked for this throne if you were Ashdod.
Well, just because it's not in Ashdod's strategic advantage right now to own extra thrones, because this throne would, you know, he might as well let Vanheim hold the throne because that stops Pangaea from getting it. It was my thinking on that issue. Do you mind a short pause? I need a break.
Sure. All right, we got Maryland back. So we're looking at the pretty amazing bloody fights we've seen so far, and I'm just checking here to make sure I've seen all the rating. Let's see if this was another fully geared Van Jarl, or if this was maybe a. Ooh, he looks pretty fully geared. Yep.
Yeah, pretty fully geared. Flambeau.
Air Elemental and then Storm Demons. He's got a lot of shock resistance, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I did the Air Elemental in quickly. Can
But
he do
the
same
Earth
with the
Elementals, I don't think he's going to like those.
It broke his mist for him. Or his mirror image.
No, but the Earth Elementals are now too...
No.
Oh, and he runs, but then dies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, he retreated in this one.
No, he got away. He got away.
He died in this one, but I think it's easy. Probably different RNG. It's pretty easy to see how that could have happened.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything? Ashdod here. Well, they have just beaten each other bloody. I mean, they really have.
They have. They have. I don't know. It's Ashdod is not in great shape right now. That was a big setback.
Yeah, they're losing a few more sages here. They're bleeding out some sages in this war with Pangaea. They lost quite a few last turn.
They did.
Here they're doing Pillar of Fire. That's not going to work against...
Boom, they blow up.
Yeah, Skelly Spam's going to beat Phoenix Pyre most of the time. Not a good turn for Ashdod.
Not particularly. I see Pelagia looks like he knocked off one of the Vanheim siege forces. Oh, the Heliophagus is back at it.
Oh, he's jumping on top of an Ashdod stack.
Really small stack.
I don't think there's a blood hunting group either, is it? Unless he's empowered this guy now. I don't know what this stack is doing
garnets?
here. No, there's no garnet. Oh, there is one garnet. Okay, so they were blood hunting.
Oh, there is one garnet. Okay.
I guess the rest of the guys were here as defense. So the Zots jump in. But they just don't have an answer to this dude. I mean, this guy's gonna...
No.
It's got Soul Vortex.
Help him.
Right.
They don't... The wolves are better for him.
Right. Blindness coming out. They might have got him with that. Yeah, he's blind.
Oh, they did. Okay.
But it doesn't matter much.
Yeah, his big killing power, though, is his vortex. But
yeah, and he can do Blood Feast, too, if he wants to. So.
Right.
Another bad turn for... a bad thing for Ashdod.
Okay, so Pelagia is popping back out, saying, hey, you don't get my forts just for free.
Yeah, kills this Van Jarl with...
Got him. Ghost Riders.
Vanheim has lost a couple thugs already this turn, though. And then he loses this guy. This guy at least isn't very expensive, but... Yikes.
Guys are just... They are spread all over the place.
Yeah. We can't dock anybody for not wanting to fight. I mean, people are just fighting this turn. Like like half the provinces are contested.
Well, and that sure makes a whack on the economy, these back and forth raids.
Yeah.
They just crank the unrest way up.
And he gets hit by Ghost Riders here. Now, it's not going to kill the add-on. But all these mages up here are getting...
Yeah, bye-bye. See you guys. Have a good one.
Yeesh. I mean, he's losing. This mage attrition on Ashdod is going to add up.
Well, 10 or so a turn.
Yeah, income got wrecked a while ago by, where was it? Was it
the Armageddons?
Oh, the Armageddons. It was right here. Yeah. So
yeah,
Ashdod Pangaea.
We saw that one.
And then kills a vampire lord. I don't think he's killing any of these permanently, though. Not that we've seen.
Probably not. Probably not.
Kills these guys.
Okay, so very... Oh, well, that got 2 garnet sorceresses
Yeah.
with just a handful of white centaurs. No, he's using some water bottles. Although that's Ashdod, and he has...
Is it this guy with the water bottle? Who has the water bottles?
I don't know. Oh, maybe the
Oh
werewolf.
my goodness.
Yeah,
That is a pretty intense
Boy, that's a
werewolf
high-cost
thug. Oh
werewolf.
my god. I've never seen a werewolf
Yeah.
with so much gear on them.
No.
Well, the vampire's dead. But
And
how are they
take
going to
out
kill this
Garnet.
werewolf? I don't think they can.
I don't think they do. No.
But they killed the... Yeah, I think this is an okay trade.
Mm-hmm.
Kill 2
Well,
garnets.
it's knocking out blood hunting.
Yeah.
So
But Ashdod keeps control of the fort at least. Moves this army here, kills a vampire lord. Oh, here we've got a proper little battle. On this side, we've got
one.
a bit of PD, some wolves,
but it's another blood hunting province. So
Growing-
we just took out.
fury. Yeah, you're right.
So he's taken out 3 blood hunting or more blood hunting provinces this turn.
This pan has
those,
cast growing fury, and it's managed to... Somehow he's gotten triggered.
Berserk itself, yeah.
How did he do this? Wait, how did he do this?
Well, growing fury, you don't have to be hit.
If
just,
you're
I
a
think,
berserker already, if you're, it's not going to automatically set all your mages off. I don't think. Like, is this
No,
guy?
it doesn't.
Well,
He's berserk
he's
too.
gone berserk too. Well, hey, hold on.
I think the way growing fury works is every turn there's a chance to go berserk.
So are they berserk now? They're not berserk now. Oh wait, no, they haven't cast it yet.
There
All
it
right, there's
goes.
growing fury.
Yeah, they're not berserk yet.
We'll go berserk at the slightest provocation. So they should
usually that'd
effectively
be-
have like a berserker tag now on them. These guys, it should have triggered them to all go berserk right away because they have a. If you're berserker and growing fury gets cast, you should go berserk right away.
There's one of the pans went berserk. The other did not yet. Maybe it got a little arrow chipped it.
Yeah, it didn't show up in the log, but
No,
it's full
you're
HP.
right.
I don't. So yeah,
Well-
he's still casting. Maybe you're right that there's some chance every turn you get triggered.
No, I think there is. It's not my favorite spell if you have Magi in your group. Let me put it that way. We'll see if
Oh yeah,
the
because
mod
he's
inspector-
triggered now.
See if there's more details with the mod inspector.
We can. I've
No.
got Logi's mechanical description. We can try pulling it up.
Yeah, we'd have to do that at some point, but I think we've pretty much clearly seen here, though, that if you cast it, your Magi will go berserk.
Yeah, even if they
Even
don't
if they
get
don't
hit.
get shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
And
think
that's
that
the
was how it
problem.
worked, but I think that is.
yeah.
Well, okay, so Pan loses some stuff, including
Couple
2
of
mages he
bands.
cares about, but
Yeah.
he kills a bunch of stuff too, and it's bleeding Ashdod.
It is.
We're going to have to look at the Ashdod score graphs in a bit. I want to save till we've seen everything, but some Soul Torns kill another mage. And then Pangaea hits. Kills these guys with the Sea King. Here...
Yeah, this is all just quite expensive for Ashdod. Now his gains are sort of getting turned around, and I bet you this Wraithlord lost all its gear because these were fairly heavily geared.
Oh, no.
No, that one's naked. Okay. He's just not vortexing quickly enough, I guess. Or
What's weird is this
maybe
guy.
around
Okay,
it.
yeah, I was gonna say it's weird. This vampire's not casting dust to dust, but he just started doing it.
Oh, there we go.
Horde of skeletons, raise dead. I think he's just
Well, now
gonna
he's
keep
vor-
going until he casts dust to dust a couple times. I don't know why he's not casting it. The AI
Vortex
normally
isn't
likes
treating
it.
him anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably the main thing. Yeah.
Tangle vines.
Yeah, he's not healing anymore, so I guess any dust to dust. Yeah, there
there's
comes
the dust to
and
dust.
there's the disintegrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and a disintegrate. Okay.
So kills some maenads, but doesn't have control of the fort. You can just feel him getting bogged down here, though.
Yeah.
Ashdod attacks Pan and wins. He loses a couple shed, but kills more than the. I mean, that's a good trade for Ashdod. We could watch that, I guess. 2 vampire lords die here. We'll see if these are just Soul Vortex vampire lords.
Skelly spamming.
Yeah.
One has vortex up.
And he's.
There's a lifelong protection there, maybe? No, that was just some imps being cast.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, he magic phases. 1 second. He magic phases a tart here on top of this pan stack. And this is a reasonably high pan investment. I mean, he's got Vampire Lord, he's got 2 pans and a lich. No gear on any of them. A few gems on the mages. And this tart.
That's the.
Oh, the Sword of Many
that was-
Colors with the Shade Mail.
Right, right.
Iron Skin. Now, he could get Soul Slate, but he has pretty high MR. Charm going off. Oh no, this is another situation that's very scary. Drain Life going off too. Now, he has regen with 200 base hit points, so one
Yeah.
Drain Life won't do it. He's going to need multiple Drain Life casters.
The drain life is no, it's holding.
Yeah.
It's holding.
Because he's
stable.
regenning 20 a turn, and the Drain Life's only doing 14 or whatever.
Right.
The Charm spam
Charms are
going.
not penetrating.
Right, and he's got
No,
this
and
Sword
then-
of Many Colors is killing enough stuff that he was able to HP route the army before the because if this turn timered again, the Charm spam would have stolen him.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
He's gonna kill this Lich. So in net, Pan doesn't actually lose anything important. All the mages ran.
No. Not too much, just maenads.
Yeah.
Maenads and thralls.
And I mean, Ashdod keeps, this guy lived, but this guy wouldn't have lived every time. So even though he won this one, there's he paid a shadow cost. There's a 20% chance this guy died.
That was touch and go.
Yeah.
You could have lost him. Well, and worse, charmed.
Right. And so, Ashdod's doing a good job holding in the raiding war. Like, he's not giving up a ton of land. I mean, he's giving up some, but he's definitely fighting really hard. It's just, it feels like he's slowly getting bled out.
Well, there's so many directions. He's got to fight in every direction.
Yeah.
And losing his blood hunting, that's painful. Oh, here's one of these
Golems that Sai was talking about.
Soul Slay golems.
He's spamming out Soul Slay,
Yeah.
and they're now targeting the Wraith Lord, who has an MR amulet, but will it be enough? We'll find out. Well, this Fire Elemental might kill him before the Soul Slays do, which would be a very good outcome. Oh, but he's healing from the bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, he's The vortex.
Oh.
Oh, that was it.
That was it.
Poof. Dead Wraith Lord.
Goodbye, sir. Do not come back.
I don't know how you sum all this up. I would say this is, I guess to me, this is fairly bad for Ashdod.
I think this is the worst turn Ashdod has had all game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, since this is the current turn, we need to go look at it. Are we gonna look where we? Has he done this turn?
Now we can read the.
Oh yeah,
for
look.
the first time ever.
His turn is unchecked. He probably looked at it and in disgust closed it. He's like, I don't have the stamina to deal with this right now.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, that's rough.
Oh.
Well, son of a gun.
This is one of those things, though. Now we're at this point. I think it's almost too late. I think this turn was the turn it became too late.
I don't know how anybody can stop the Pangaean juggernaut now.
I think it's too late.
It's just the chance was 3 turns ago. I think, yeah. I mean,
last turn, yeah, but this, I mean, there are a lot of mages that were in this downtick. I mean, maybe it's not too late, but it's freaking close.
It's late. Look at the provinces. Look at the forts.
This is a runaway train. Forts. Yeah. You didn't get any new ones this turn. Income.
No.
Gym income.
Oh. Well, and not included in there is, what was that? I think 4 or 5 of Ashdod's blood-hunting provinces were raided.
Yeah.
And he does not easily replace those guarded sorceresses.
Right.
So, because they only come from one place or maybe 2.
I mean,
they're independent.
He's done a great job with the counter rating, all things considered. And I think it's a noble thought that, hey, we need to put pressure on Pan while he's eating Ulm.
Mm-hmm.
But he's losing momentum in this fight, and Pan is gaining it.
Yes.
I think he would have been better off. I think the other thing too, this might have actually affected how well he could dip low with Vanheim too, because if he was at peace with Pan, I think it actually gives him more negotiating credit with Vanheim. They can be like, okay, well, we'll end our nap together. But if he's currently fighting Pan, it takes some of the pressure off Vanheim to feel like he has to make a deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think starting this 2-front war with Pangaea, while spiritually I'm like aligned with it, like, yeah, you need to do something about Pan. Like, okay.
Well,
but tactically it didn't work out.
He was honoring his defensive pact with all.
Right. Which,
I mean, that's why he canceled the NAP.
Yeah, I mean, if your buddy has a cinder block tied to him and is chained to your foot and he gets pushed out of the boat, do you take the key and unlock yourself, or do you jump in after him? Because
that's a good metaphor for it.
Yeah, these are kind of the questions for the philosopher.
Yeah, Bronx metaphor.
All right, over here. Another mage dead. These mages, they're not easy to replace, especially with all the rating that's going on and the attrition to gold and
Well, yeah, loss is a problem. Oh, the ill hat.
Yeah. He didn't choose to storm this. I think he baited. I think this was a bait. Pan moved on top of this fort. He had cracked it. And then he was going to see what Ashdod rolled out here. See if he could bait him onto this fort and then maybe hit him with flames from the sky or something. I don't know. But
yeah, get out from underneath the vengeful water.
But instead, he pulled back.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see the candles too. So, yeah, I think this one's neutral. This one must be Uruk, right? Yeah, Florida Undivided.
It has to be. It has to be, or he'd be dead if it wasn't.
Yeah.
He'd be out of the game.
Influence of power, unlimited power. That's Ashdod. So
yeah, so you don't want to put valuable magi on top of that thing.
Yeah.
Not with 10, 12 candles, whatever that is.
Oh boy.
We've kind of seen everything.
We've seen everything over here. We looked also, I believe, at the Pelagian business where he donated a tart. We haven't
There's
really
just the
looked at
one little-
Pangaea, right?
Well,
Or did we?
Yeah, we did.
We
because
did.
I don't think there's really anything to see. Ulm knocked a couple of little minor armies off, and
Yeah, I think you're
that
right.
was more or less it. No, I think we're done.
All right. Well, what's your conclusion?
Well, I think Pat has this game.
Yeah.
I think he has it. It's just a case of how hard does he have to work to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Vanheim is taking a pounding. Ashdod is taking a pounding. Ulm is effectively dead, and Pelagia is tiny. So what can they do?
Yeah.
And Vanheim can't actually do anything unless he's willing to violate his NAP, because he's still allied with Pangaea.
Well, yeah. I mean, he can end it, but yeah.
Well, I don't think that's enough time. To wait for that, I think would be too late.
Yeah, that's probably true too. Well, they had a nap 6, but with the contingency, if one person got a 6th throne, was it a 6th throne?
Well,
they would end it.
I think it was 6, and
he has the 6.
I bet you,
he has the 6.
Yeah, but he hasn't claimed it.
Yeah,
I
but
bet
I
you
mean,
he
come
still
on.
hasn't claimed it.
I think I could. Even I'm not one to like lawyer naps much, but if we had a nap that it ends when you get 6 thrones, but you're like, I haven't claimed it yet, I'd be like, man, don't care.
Yeah, no, it's. Well, you can check it quickly, just see if he did claim it. I'm curious.
Oh no, there's no way he did.
He hasn't.
I mean, it's a throne of death. I don't think he wants to.
Yeah. So what are we at? Does it show anything? One. It only shows 4 there,
Oh,
and one. Oh, so he's only at 5.
wait, did I miscount? I must have miscounted.
He needs 3 more, so it's not quite as close as I thought.
Yeah, okay. So he's got to
needs
get.
3
We
more.
miscounted the thrones. That was a previous episode then. Whoops.
Yeah. So that's probably why the NAP is still in applied, because until he cracks that final Ulm fort and takes it, he doesn't have the 6.
Which he hasn't even popped it yet. So.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, if the diplomacy turns around this turn, which, by the way, was the objective of Vanheim's moves, he did everything to get Ashdod to capitulate and agree to peace and to turn on, basically with peace, Vanheim said he would turn on Pan with him.
Yeah, to focus on Pat.
Right.
Yes.
If that happens, I think Pan still wins now. But it will be more interesting if they turn on him.
And it's possible. We've seen a lot of turnarounds this game, although the one nation that has just kind of steadily climbed has been Pangaea.
Yeah.
Ever since his initial war with Vanheim, and then they made peace, ever since then he has just slowly climbed.
Yeah.
Everybody else has gone up, gone down, but he's just steadily climbed. We'll look at his graphs, right?
Yeah, he had this period where he was flat for a while, but this was while he was doing massive blood hunting. So
his provinces were flat, but I think if we look at gem income or income, they weren't particularly flat.
You're a little flat.
Yeah, a little flat.
But you're right. There hasn't been, well, an army size might even say it better. Like he had one big loss here, which I don't even remember what this was. Oh, this was Armageddon. So
that was Armageddon.
But aside from that, he's had a pretty smooth ride up.
Yep.
Whereas Vanheim, you can see it's like ba-doom, ba-doom. Pelagia, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
Well, and here's another factor. The other 2 major blood nations have had raids over top of their blood provinces back and forth and back and forth.
That's a very good point.
Pangaea hasn't had anybody touch his blood hunting.
Yep. That's
so he's been able to, with impunity, blood hunt as much as he wants, make as many vamp lords as he wants. And nobody's interfered with that except the Armageddon.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that would have interfered with that at all.
Yeah, my feeling right now is just that it's like a lot of this is like kind of precise timings of how things work out. So, Ashdod and Vanheim are kind of jousting, trying to get the Diplo right. But while that's happening, I think Pan is effectively bleeding out Ashdod. And so it's like by the time Vanheim's nap counts down and all this happens, Ulm will have been eaten and Ashdod will have largely been bled out. And then it's like, who's going to help you? It's going to be Vanheim versus Pangaea maybe, and I think it's not going to be a contest, but woo. All right. Well, thank you, Marilyn. We are now caught up, so we can now look at new turns that come out and be hyped by them.
And that'll be fun.
Yeah. Rather than having to like close our eyes and pretend to not see
and
it.
Not read anything when people are talking.
Right.
Well, that's great. Big cheer for us.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome. All right, guys.
Thank you all for tuning in. Cheers.
Cheers.